Hey Ma, do you know what bursts my bubble?
What bursts your bubble, Andrew?
The fact that people don't realize I've worked very hard. Lately, it seems like I don't put out bad content. I'm on absolute fire. I'm on such a hot streak with my videos. And, you might think, wow, has Andrew always been this good? Right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, what do you say you might think? Like, who we...
I guess my audience.
Your audience might think you've always been this good? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but like, if I watched the videos from 4 years ago, for example, there were many duds. I mean, granted, I showed potential, I was very passionate, but then I worked every single day very hard for years.
Okay, this is where I have a question with that. You said you worked every single day very hard for years. But then you flip side of that, you'll say that you wasted time doing that. So you've got to decide.
I mean, according to psychiatrists, it was working hard in a fantasy land, but there is actual evidence of my hard work, meaning there are videos that I have. So, I mean, it's not like a complete fantasy, it wasn't a complete daydream, because I actually have the videos, you know what I mean?
Well, the videos
and many of them are like comedy gold, many of them are very compelling, so it's really
But
good.
I guess what they're trying to say is, and I don't know because I'm not a doctor, but maybe they're trying to say that while this is right now a hobby and you're doing it and you enjoy it and you have the creations that you've created, that most people have to branch off in other areas.
I mean, it could be turned into an insanely good documentary at some point.
At some point, yeah. Or it could be a hobby. You gotta be realistic about it. Could be either or.
So I go to an employment center at this place I go to.
Yeah.
And they tell me, work at photography, work at videography, and it's like my experience is a bachelor's of science in business marketing, and it's like, with the amount of hard work I put into my videos, I feel like, it's like I shine so brightly. And I was talking with this actor, and he's like, oh, start out at these small places and rise to the top. It's like, I'm selling orders on the internet. I know how good I am. I guess I need to just put myself in the real world. Because right now,
Because being out there and doing things in the real world is where you meet people. You might be doing a photo shoot or a videography shoot, and it might be an actor or a comedian's, gig. And you say, well, I do this too. You want to take a look, and you drive to them and you say, take a look at what I do. It's balancing both. It's balanced both your creative world, like I like to paint and draw. I would love to sell some of my paintings and drawings, but I know I'm not good enough yet. I know that maybe I'll never sell.
I don't think this is delusions of grandeur. I look at Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. I look at Jerry Seinfeld. My content is 1 billion times greater. This isn't a delusion of grandeur. It's just fact.
It's got to have an audience. It's got to have a market.
Right.
I can love the things that I do and I paint, and I can be thrilled with them and really feel that they're good. But if I don't have an audience and I don't have a market to buy, then it's just my art.
There's a huge market. There's a huge audience, and I guess like one of my doctors told me, Dr. Natural, he told me, a comedy about mental illness hasn't been done before, and my perspective on it is very unique.
But you need to figure out how. First of all, maybe taking some courses, and if you worked in the area where you could have some extra money, taking some courses, and working on getting all of that content into a presentation or a play would be fabulous.
I'm developing a screenplay, and I mean, obviously...
Is it fine-tuned? Is it fine-tuned, the screenplay, or are you working on that?
I've had several people tell me, obviously it needs to be, edited for grammar and stuff, but a lot of people told me it could actually be presented as is. Because I have an ending now where
okay, so if you
obviously I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking to create kind of a masterpiece. So, obviously I'm not satisfied with it at the moment, but
But sometimes a lot of artists...
Have you seen some of the screenplays out there on Broadway? What I'm presenting...
I know. So, a comedy about how people navigate through
And actually,
these illnesses.
actually, Dr. Natural told me this actually isn't really much of a comedy. Actually, you know, my screenplay is actually very depressing, very like inspiring, very
So it can be an inspirational play.
right. And obviously,
Which I think, look, there's been 2 movies out there, not plays, movies out there, which are inspirational that I really touch a lot of people. If you got the right actors if you put it out there as a screenplay and you fine-tuned it and you got the right actors to play the parts.
right.
I mean, I think, I'm trying to remember, Ruffalo was one of them, and what's the other guy's name with the blue eyes? Bradley Cooper was another one that played in a film. But if you did a play version, maybe even on Broadway, I mean, how unique would that be? It'd be so different. Billy Crystal did 700 Sundays, and it was about all the pain that he lived through growing up and losing his father and young, and
Back up a little bit. So you're getting too close to the microphone.
and how his life developed, and the sad times, and it was everybody. He didn't do it long because he had to be on Broadway himself. He did the play himself, but it was such an interesting
There's a song.
play.
There's a song by the Beach Boys. I just wasn't made for these times. Basically, the concept is the main character, who is probably Brian Wilson writing about himself. He's so advanced, and he doesn't fit in amongst his friends, and nobody can see like what he wants to accomplish or achieve. And I feel like that, like when I go out in public, people don't see what I like.
Well, it's like Starry Night.
And like
That's the way to go.
my family, it's like they don't see my vision. And it's like I feel bad. You know what I mean? It's just like
You just gotta stay happy, focused.
it's like I feel almost too advanced for society. You know what I mean?
But you know that's a little grandiose.
It's a little dramatic.
It's dramatic and a little grandiose. Everybody is gifted in some way. Maybe they never find their gift. Maybe they never stoke their gift. But there's a balance between creativity, hobby, and interest, and a balance to survival. Everybody's got to find that in the times that they live. I mean, if we lived a couple of 100 years ago, what our balance would be? Farming on the farm to make sure people had food on the table. That's what, and you know, the creative thing was whittling wood. That would have been a creative thing. We wouldn't have had cameras and video making. So we're in these times now of media and film and we have an audience where years ago the local barn dance was where you could present something that you did. But it's a different world now. So you have to balance your life in this time, in this world, with what's healthy for you and happy for you.
Right. And you also have to pursue what you're passionate about.
Absolutely pursue a passion. Absolutely pursue a passion, because then every day going to work would be a drudgery. It's got to be something you like. Do something that you like and pursue also something you love.
Right.
And that is what it is.
That is what it is.
Good.